What is going on, everybody? FBBM Guapo, and we're back with a STEM version 1.5 breakdown. We got Godzilla 2000 and Orga in the building. Today, we're just going to be talking about 2000. Next video, we're going to talk about Orga. We're going to get right into it here. We're not going to waste any more time. So, Godzilla 2000 is a rushdown character. Alright, he has really good mix-ups out of his command dash. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later. We're just going to go over all of the basic moves here, starting with his jab. Basic jab here, not a lot of range, but it's good. It's good for juggles. Now, for his directional A attacks, or his arm attacks, we're going to go forward X, or his forward punch button. There's a double cross here. Decently fast. Next we have down punch, uppercut. You're gonna end a lot of combos like this, or continuing a lot of juggles like that. Next we have backwards punch. Not too great. I personally wouldn't use it. It's pretty slow. You have a much better overhead options that we'll talk about later. And then lastly we have his up punch. So this attack's not too bad. So the first two attacks are really quick, and then the third move is a little bit slower, but it's very powerful. So you'll end some juggles with this to launch your opponent far away from you. Next we have your kicks. So your kicks are pretty good. You do a lot of damage too. Good for continuing combos. Now down kick is a stomp. Basic stomp move here. Now you have back kick. Pretty standard drop kick here. Next, we have his up kick, which is his punt move from Unleashed. So you probably noticed it. A lot of his animations are actually from Godzilla Unleashed. Punt is a really good uppercut move. Good anti-air. Good to continue combos. And then lastly, we're going to go over his forward kick, which is his command dash. We're going to go over it a little bit later in the more advanced section of the tutorial. But yeah, that's his forward kick. Alright, next we're going to go over his tail attacks here. This is his basic tail. Pretty similar to Kiryu's. Down tail. Sweep. This is probably one of his best launchers, one of his best mix-up tools out of Command Dash. Again, we'll go over that later, but this is extremely good. Also good for juggles as well. It's a great low. You can combo out of it too. Really good. Really good attack. Definitely one of his best poking tools, or best moves in neutral. Next, we have his back tail. Again, it's decent for juggles, right? You can do all your tail attacks out of it. So it's good to link your other tail strikes. I'll just say that. But other than that, it's not too great. You can't really do anything else out of it. Next, you have his up tail, which is his uppercut. Pretty standard tail uppercut. Pretty similar to Kiryu's, but it's a little bit quicker. Then we have forward tail. That is his tail spin attack. Pretty good. It's good poking tool. It's got good range. He's got very large hitboxes on his tail. Next, we're going to go over his grabs. So this is his normal grab. Standard grab attack here. Next, we're going to go over his kicking grab. So you press the kick button when you have him grab. This is probably your standard grab. That's probably your primary grabbing, your primary throw. Next, we're going to go over his tail throw, right? So if you grab him, you press the fierce button. Does this basic attack here. Cool. There we go. So his throw game is okay. He's not much of a grappler. His grab range is really small. It's actually very hard to grab out of your command dash. You can do a running grab here. I'll show you that. It is a little wonky right now. But it's essentially his throw from Unleashed. So you can kind of catch people blocking. They're respecting you too much during your dash attack. And you're just going to run, grab, throw them. It looks a little wonky, but it has utility. Next, we're going to go over his dash attack. It's essentially his running animation from Unleashed. Pretty standard dash attack. Alright. He's got a middling dash. He's not very quick. Next, we're going to go over his aerials. So, there's his jump tail. That's probably his best aerial here. You can punish pretty much everything with it. You can punish get up attack, punish grab, punish grounded attacks. It is your best poking tool in neutral, right? So a lot of your neutral, you're going to be spamming this attack or your tail sweep. It's really good. Definitely. Yeah, Monster Island is funny. Monster Island is funny. But, yeah, Jumping Tail, best aerial, best poking tool that he has. Look at the range on that. I'm, like, nowhere near him, and I'm still hitting him. Next, we have his Jump Punch. Pretty standard overhand slam, right? Punish grabs with it. Next, we have his Jumping Kick. Probably your quickest aerial. So all your aerials have really good utility. So he's very dangerous in the air. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, snap. No, we don't. We have his beam. There's his beam. Pretty standard beam if you ask me. Does 115 damage. Beams do a lot more damage overall in this version of the game. Now we have his fireball. So you can hold it. You can get 3 fireballs, or you can do a small charge. Oh, whoops. So the amount of fireballs you get depends on the charge. So there's 2. There's 1. So fireballs are good for approaching, right? So what you're going to do, shoot a fireball. And you're going to do command dash. That's going to set up your main mix-ups. Alright, so fireball is really good for approaching, or you can run after them too. But I would just do the command dash. I think you have a lot more options out of there. Your special move, or your L2 R2 ability, is your funny jump. He does the jump from the movie Godzilla vs. Megagears. It does have a hitbox on launch. You can't really control where you go after you jump. So you can control which direction you jump, but after you jump, you can't move. So it's pretty committal in that aspect. If you press an aerial right after the startup, you can actually cancel it into an aerial. You can see I can cancel into my aerials. So you get a lot of mobility in the air from it. Now, lastly, we're going to go over his command dash, which is probably what makes Godzilla pretty technical. So, here's the regular command dash. It does damage. But if you press the crouch block while you're doing it, you can actually go into the slide. So the slide is what makes it scary, because depending on how long you slide for, that actually reduces startup on your attacks. So this is just as regular tail sweep. You're going to cancel it in the tail sweep. You see how much quicker that is? And when you hold the slide... Oh, gosh. Oh, whoops. Godzilla, please. Godzilla, please! You see how quick that is? That's almost instant. So what you can do Especially on like knockdown. You're gonna knock them down, right? You're gonna go into your command dash, slide, boom, right? Now they gotta do something, alright? You're super dangerous on get up. So when you knock them down, just go into your command dash, slide, alright? So the goal is to slide as quickly as possible. So you wanna cancel it almost as soon as you start it up. Because it's not about the dash itself, it's about having a faster startup for your attacks, right? Again, you can jump out of it, but it's super committal. It's very difficult to jump, right? Because you're gonna go into funny jump almost every time. So you gotta be very quick when you're doing an aerial. See, it takes a little bit longer to jump out of your dash. So you're better off just doing an attack. I don't know why he wants to do his tail attack so much. See how quick his moves are with command dash? So yeah, once you master command dash, you can really unlock his combo potential. You can unlock his mix-ups. He's really good once you master the command dash. So again, this is day 1 officially of Godzilla 2000. So we're not going to see a lot of optimal combos with him yet, but in due time, we're going to see a lot of cool stuff with this character. So where do I think he is on the tier list? I think it's a little too early to say. But my honest opinion, at lower levels of play, when you're first starting out, I wouldn't recommend using him because he is so technical. Like, yes, his basic stuff is good, but his command dash is what makes him a top tier character. So yes, I think he's probably top 2 in the game, but you need to master command dash. Without it, you're really going to struggle in tournaments, especially later on in the bracket when you're into like the semis, finals. But other than that, his damage output is really good. You have an amazing mix-up game with command dash, and command dash also opens up your combo game a lot. Your grab game is a little bit weak, but you do have a running grab to catch people who are blocking too much. They have to respect your grab. And I think that's it. This character is great. He's got a little bit of everything. He doesn't have gimmicks like every other character, but every other character needs a gimmick just to match what Godzilla 2000 has. He's a great all-around character. So that's all I have for today for this character breakdown. Next video, we're going to break down Orga. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.